Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event! Roast Battle would like to thank our sponsors, Speedweed.com and tiny-handed racist for a Donald Trump presidency.
They got my vote.
Yeah. Anyways, bring it back to the stage, Brian motherfucking Moses!
All right. That's Coach T, fastest man with two hands. Make it loud for him. Oh, nigga Wave is here. Ultimate Hater is here.
Hey, how about a hand for Moses every fucking week?
We don't have to. It's late. It's hot. This is Verbal Violence. This is the podcast where we take an in-depth look at the roast battle that happens every Tuesday at the world-famous Comedy Store. We're in the basement of the Comedy Store right now, so to speak, and I'm with my guys as usual, Coach T.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's still morning. Also, Frank's here.
Hey, good to see you guys.
And we got Frank's old couch mate, Daniel Nolan's here.
Hello.
We call him everybody's favorite ex-junkie. Mm-hmm. Good to have you here.
Yeah, it's great to be here, man.
Yeah, worked your way up the ranks of the roast battle, these, fake ranks, and now you worked your way into this fucking basement here.
Dan Nolan is the most recorded battler that I have in our archive.
That's crazy.
No one battles more than Nolan.
Once a month, right?
Yeah, that's what it's been for the last year. I'm finally slowing down now.
You got a new addiction.
Yeah.
And I was focused on the mixture board, but then when I looked up, I saw every joke. The youngest Vietnam vet.
Yes. I think Conor McSpadden called you that, right?
Yeah. The last gas station full service attendant.
Is that a Jeff Ross original? Or was that Tom Goss?
The Scooby-Doo villain.
Yeah.
So much gold.
Dan, you got an interesting look about you, man.
Yeah. I kind of scaled it back a little bit. When I first started, I had the big, the jail glasses. I got regular glasses now. I have
jail glasses. Describe those.
They're just regular old pedophile glasses, big frames.
Oh, the big thick black frames.
Yeah, no, like the big wire frames that they issue you in jail. That if you look at like any like lockup raw, all the guys that they're talking about like eating their dad's brain or whatever. They always have these jail issue rapist glasses.
Did you get those from jail?
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. All right, so Dan, go into that. Hey, everybody, this is Daniel Nolan. He used to do heroin. He's been to prison. Talk about it.
Yeah. Well, only jail, not prison.
Okay, sorry, not that hard.
For 6 months in 2014.
Oh, you did 6 months?
Yeah.
How many cocks did you have to suck?
I didn't have to suck any cocks.
You joined a gang?
Did it get
Aryan
close?
Nation, Peckerwoods?
No. I actually got along fine. Everybody liked me.
Hold on. What jail or what city? Don't tell me.
Orange County Jail in New York. In Orange County, New York.
Are jails like being on the NFL? Like we all think the Bengals and the Browns suck, but it's still an NFL team. Is it just because it's not Rikers or the Twin Towers?
I've been to Rikers too. It's definitely way scarier there than Orange County Jail. Orange County Jail looks like a school, like the way it's set up. It's like everything's really new.
Really?
Yeah, it's been built within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Nice. So what were your day-to-day there? What'd you have to do?
Get up at 4:30 in the morning, go work in the kitchen for 12 hours. I'd make $3, which was enough for 4 packs of ramen noodles, and I would just steal shit.
Jesus. You were brought on the show to up our black audience, so
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that commissary, nigga.
Yeah. How you making that hooch, dog?
Yeah.
When did you first find out about this, and then when did you start to really get into it?
I had heard about it. I came here in March of last year, and I started stand up right out of rehab. I got out of rehab in March.
Smart.
I got out of rehab. April. I came out here in May of last year. And I had just heard about the show from going to open mics. People are running jokes or whatever. And I knew it was a huge show and it was a really popular show. But I just hadn't seen it. I never got around to seeing it. And then I got challenged one night by Rashid Stevens at the Sunday night open mic here. And I didn't really know anything about the show other than that it was huge. And it sounded crazy to me that he was like, yeah, you want to do the roast battle? And I was like, yeah, you're going to get me on the most popular show ever. And I'm a month and a half into stand-up. Okay. And we just did it, and you texted us, and we're like, yeah, 2 weeks. We're going to be on this crazy show. And so I went to go see it, and the first one I ever saw was The Dirty Dozen.
Oh, that was your first one?
My
the
first
movie.
roast battle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about, you gonna play, what about, do we set any battles up?
Yeah, we got to set some battles up.
Right.
Let's set every single thing I couldn't figure out which ones to use. I got you, David Deery.
That's a good one.
Leah, Kayajanian,
Leah
and the Toby one was good.
Yeah, Toby. Fucking
That was a good one.
Any one of those that you liked the most?
well, Leah's the only one of those I won.
So talk about you and David Deery, because you guys have it's not a doppelganger thing so much that you guys just kind of a similar look.
Yeah, the
He's got
same
a bigger
energy.
mustache.
Yeah,
right.
he's just I think he's a little creepier than me, a little more emaciated.
Right. He's definitely older.
He's older?
David Deery?
Yeah, he's older.
Yeah, David's in his 40s.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Yeah, he looks like Slim Dave. Like, he looks like, you know what? It's weird because David Cross looks like a fucking caricature of himself right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, David looks like a little more clean cut, I guess.
He looks like the guy they get to replace. Anyways,
Yeah.
Who's that guy who's on Arrested Development?
David Cross.
David
Oh, that's David Cross?
Yeah, so that's
yeah.
what Deery looks like. All right, so you versus David Deery. How did that come, and then how did that? how'd you feel after that battle?
Dave's just been a friend of mine since I got here, and he had really good undercards and just never won.
Yeah.
And I thought he should be a main event guy, so I was like, I'll do a main event with you if you want to do a main event. If you can get one, I'm down.
First guy to bring the stage. He's a pizza boy. He's 45. He's got a big, stupid mustache. Used to be a DJ. All the bad things you hate in white people. Please make it loud for David Deery.
And
He looks like he's incognito. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
almost like he's wearing a fake mustache, fake glasses.
I remember-
with the hat.
70s
I remember
narc.
one time he was wearing an FBI jacket,
Right,
and,
right.
and that absolutely fit him.
Yeah, we can call him a narc. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like
on.
that.
Oh, there's nobody better than
I'll
you.
take it.
I love it. I love it.
I'll
Good to
take
have
it.
you.
I'll take that.
Your boss, Tony Hinchcliffe, is watching
Yeah.
you right now.
What's up, boss? Oh, wait, we're not allowed to say that. He's,
Do I
he's
own a
judge.
pizza shop? What are you talking about here?
Kill Tony. I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, it's called Tony's. Yeah.
Tony's. All right, you're battling our favorite ex-heroin addict, Dan Nolan. Why'd you say yes to this?
Well, I've been watching the OJ doc like everyone else, and honestly, swear to God, he does look a lot like one of those cops that beat Rodney King. So
Sick.
Give that man a medal.
Yes.
hopefully a second place medal.
From New York. Like a year-and-a-half comedy vet. Lives on Frank Castillo's couch right now. Make it loud for the AA hero, Dan Nolan, everybody.
So that's how green you are in comedy?
Yeah, very new.
It doesn't show. You're a pretty decent battler. I think more than decent. I think you're a great battler. You're very consistent. You got a lot of good jokes, and they're just getting better. Every performance you have is just getting better and better. So if you told me you've been doing it 5 years, I would have believed
Pizza
that.
shop.
That's true.
It's a Z Pizza versus whatever the fuck you do.
Hey, can this stage be near a schoolyard?
Oh, this is way too much fun. This is like the battle of white underprivileged. This is fucking Jesus, you too. You're battling Dan. Do you? My bad. And you're married. Good job. You're battling David. Why'd you say yes to this?
Oh, man, Dave's my friend. I just wanted to have a good battle. So,
Oh,
shut
yeah.
up. Oh, shut up. I'm going to say a bunch of mean
Whatever.
stuff. And,
Let's just get to it. This is 3 rounds strong. If we get to it, it's best of 3. First round's tit for tat. It's 1 minute, and these are the 3 rules. First rule, nothing's off limits except for physical contact. We don't have to worry about that. Second rule, original material only. Both of you have done this before, so nobody's worried about that. And at the end of every battle, we all fuck David's wife.
And the last guy to come gets a free slice.
Oh! Hold out! Hold out! Hold out! Anyway, let's get to it. Who wants to go first? Fuck yeah. This guy's a champ. David! Dan!
White people!
Yeah, could it be more fucking boring with these names? Are we ready? Louder! 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 Let's roll!
Dan's never had unprotected sex. He usually has to put the gun in the girl's mouth just to get laid.
David works at a pizza place, but that doesn't explain the thin crust of dried cum in his mustache.
Dan's not not retarded, but whoever cut his hair is.
Willie, you can't read.
Watch David do stand-up. You'll never see anyone like him. Literally not one person there will like him.
Dan's like old cum. He'll be living on a couch forever. No, cheers, idiot.
Dave's a shitty comic. The only time he gets added to a lineup, it's by police during an Amber Alert.
Venus Williams, get off the stage. Venus Williams off stage.
Hey, that's a roast battle. Keep it going. Yes. 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 I hope Robbie and Omid are watching this. Fuck. Let's start with Moshe. What you think?
Isn't heroin supposed to make you lose weight? I don't know. I was trying to think of something mean to say, and that was what came to mind. I thought that was super even. I guess I give a slight edge to Dave, but they were great jokes. You guys were really fun to watch, and it was good. It was good. But yeah, I guess I'll vote Dave because I have to.
Which one? Which one of these fucking standard white guys?
Dave.
Dave?
Dave, right?
Dave, all right.
Dave, yeah.
One for Dave. Monique, what you think?
I'm going to give Dan the win for the opposite reason of the other guy. The last one, I haven't seen a pussy that big since I was in a locker room with Pamela Anderson. So I like that you're a big wussy kind of guy, and you still went after him.
Oh, they
big wussy, big wussy.
All right, we're tied up. Tell them break this tie.
Yeah, I also have not seen a battle like that since I was in a locker room with Pam Anderson. I was going to say that, so I figure,
That's good.
You guys are fun. This is a great first round. I love it. I can't believe you guys both fucking work at pizza places.
Right.
Wait,
you guys are clearly so, I want to get you guys work in this town. That's why right now I'm going to order 2 large... I love it. David has glasses. I feel like, Dan, you need glasses. Like, you have an interesting thing with you're the only guy I've ever met that has 2 lazy eyes. It's incredible.
Wait, are they black?
You make Moses.
Yeah.
Between you... All right, fuck it. I wish I had a joke for that.
You had
3 lazy eyes in a row. Anyway, Moses has a lazy eye, too.
Moses is the laziest. We'd all agree. Is that right?
Probably. Me and my eyes. So you're voting for?
Actually, I'm going to go with David on round 1. I liked his overall, he has like charisma the whole time. And even though Dan closed really strong, I'm going to go with David round 1. Yeah. David Deery.
All right. Round 1 goes to Pizza Hut. What you think, Earl?
This stage looks right now like 2 undercover cops about to make an arrest.
Shit!
Get him!
I'm not resisting.
Yeah, but you're...
I don't have a gun. All right.
You're under a roast.
You're under a roof?
He reached for a gun!
All right.
That was his dick.
Yeah. If we remember, David won this first round.
Yeah. What were you doing before rehab, besides, junk, I guess? But before,
before jail, I used to work in television.
Really?
I was a location manager for some movies.
Any movies we know?
No, but TV shows. I worked on Law & Order SVU.
Favorite show,
because he had fucking intricate knowledge.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Did you give them no?
This is where I do heroin. No. This is where I stuff a kid.
Yeah. No, there was a movie I worked on in the city of Newburgh, New York, which was also right outside of my hometown, is where I used to buy heroin, and they would be like, "We need like a sketchy looking kind of drug corner," and I'd be like, "Oh, I got you,
guys." Wow. Yeah.
I would pull up. We would be doing tech scouts. I'd be in the unit van, and I'd have like the the unit production manager with me and stuff, and we'd be going out on tech scouts, and I would pull up to the drug corners, and they'd all be like, "Yo, Shaggy, yo, what you need? Yo, Shag,
Wow.
Yo, Shag, you copping?
Wow.
Did you get
Yo, I got
nostalgia?
fire." Yeah. No. This was when I was still actively doing heroin.
Oh, you were actively doing heroin?
Yeah, I was doing. I would go buy heroin, and then I would come back 3 hours later to go
with a news van. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy. What's the drug? What's the lingo now? Are they yellow tops, red? I mean,
oh no, it'd just be like one guy called it dog food, which I thought was like really degrading.
I mean, I wish you could see my face.
Sir.
What?
Excuse me.
I'm buying
this
legitimate.
is fine China.
That's interesting, man. You're a real. So hold on, how long have we been sober?
I'm 3 weeks shy of a year and a half, so I'm almost 18 months now.
And you attend?
Yeah, I go to AA. Actually, there's a meeting.
Hey,
every
man,
day.
Easy, come on, it's anonymous. God, Jesus. So you are you like actively involved in step work, or you pretty much got to?
I'm not that good at it. I go to a lot of meetings, but I don't do a lot of the. I don't like do a lot of it. It involves a lot of writing, and you need a sponsor and somebody to like keep it. I don't have a sponsor.
He just goes to meetings, get his fucking type 3 down.
Yeah. I never share either. I don't say anything. I just.
Oh, you never share? I was going to ask you that.
No, yeah.
You just. So what do the meetings do for you?
I just listen to other people that are going through the same shit, and it's like most of them are. It's just like going to open mics. Like most of them are just fucking terrible, and like the people's problems are stupid, and I don't care. But then every once in a while, you just hear something that's amazing, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, that's why the fuck I do this.
This is really fresh on my mind. We had these kids. I'm in charge of like 10 kids. Me and another person are in charge of therapy for like 10 kids on a particular side. And I had this great like speech, like I worked like a Sunday or a Monday, and I had this great speech about just practicing sobriety. And I worked on it in my head, and I delivered it well, and he made great eye contact, and then he relapsed the next day. So what did it for you, I would say?
I just finally bottomed out. I had a really bad bottom. I lost everything. I had a really nice television career, and I lost that. I went to jail, and then I got out, and I was going back to school, and I was working in a fucking at a dry cleaner, and I was like stealing from the dry cleaner to buy fucking heroin. It was like I just had a really pathetic life, and I kept getting asthma attacks because I used to snort it back when I was making all the money and stuff. Before I started shooting it, I would just snort like fucking 2 grams of heroin a day, which is a lot. And whatever it's cut with just sits in your lungs, and it's because heroin is like a cough suppressant, so it's not coming out. It just stays in there. So my lungs are just permanently fucked up. I'm actually having a hard time breathing right now.
The saddest podcast.
This is great.
Hold on, Frank, you let this guy sleep on your couch?
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? And I'll tell you exactly why. Because I remember seeing you battle a few times, and I was like, this kid's fucking hilarious. And then I remember you going up at the show, go up all the time, and I remember you would just you would have these 1 or 2 jokes that would just do fucking well. And I just remember like watching you go up.
I want this guy on my couch.
No, well, yeah, man.
How did
It
that
was just
happen?
like, well, I remember he had talked about needing a place to stay. And
Frank, that is stupid.
You know what? And it was, but it was just one of those things where I was like, when I first moved here, Trey Stewart didn't know me, and he let me stay on his couch.
That's crazy because he was staying on the couch too.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay on the same couch?
No, it was 2 separate couches. It was like our feet touched, and it was real romantic. But it was one of those things where I was like, if he hadn't have done that for me, I fucking wouldn't be here right now. So it was like seeing him go up, and I was just like, you know what, this kid's funny enough. And it was so funny because it was like once Jay moved out, and it was the same thing with Jay. Jay was funny enough, and I fucking loved that kid, and he's my best friend, and I would do anything for that kid. So when he moved out, people were fucking texting me to be like, hey, can we sleep on your kid? Can I rent your room? Blah blah blah. Yeah. And then I saw Dan, and I was like, you know what, I think this kid's funny enough that he deserves to still be around. Like I want to see this kid still be around.
Frank, there is so much
Rose Battle boxing camp. Frank.
Listen,
Frank's house.
There's so much I just warmth in your story. No, listen, I'm really connected on an after school special type of way, but that is irresponsible and dangerous.
Have a
girlfriend, but I mean, it wasn't
I gotta say that before we respond to that. Dan Nolan is one of his energy is incredible. I can't even believe it. I almost think you're lying to me. But so I get that part. He doesn't feel sketchy because I know listeners might not know. He really feels like a good guy. I take this guy somewhere.
No, and I was also like, my cousin passed away from like a drug overdose and stuff. So like I get all that. And it was just like, I mean, it wasn't like I just moved him in. Like me and like my girlfriend talked, we met, and it was just like,
What is he? Was she aware of his past?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This story is getting more and more irresponsible.
Also, my girlfriend's trained to be a psychologist, so she get, you know what I mean. She wasn't like we just looked at him. We're like,
so you're like a subject basically.
Yeah.
So you must not have anything worth stealing in your house.
No, we do. But
I've been there. It's just the TV.
Yeah,
it's literally that's all it is. If we remember, David won this first round. Dan, you lost. Do you want to go first or defer?
I will defer to Dave.
Ooh. Second round's a little bit different.
Of course, the murderer defers to his public defendant.
Second round's a little bit different. They both get 30 seconds apiece to spin as many jokes as possible in the allotted time. David, you're up. Are you motherfuckers ready? Let's do it again. Let's roast.
Dan looks like a Nazi that's too weak to open the oven door. Oh, sorry about that. Dan once ate dog food for $3. Dog food is this homeless lady that lives downtown. Dan misses buying heroin so much he keeps a Skid Row in his underwear.
David's a great photographer. Too bad he can't develop an adult-sized penis.
Hey, what is this, a Shriners commercial?
Dave's Jewish, so his dick is circumcised and undersized. David has a rat face, and legally that's the closest he can get to Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow. Keep it going for David and Dan. Almost forgot again. Wow. How do you know what his dick looks like?
Oh, we did a lot of pre-gaming before this, a lot of research.
We got drunk on pizza, and then we just fucking showed each other our dicks.
I don't know. I'm going to guess David has one large sausage, which reminds me, guys, is that pizza in the oven yet? Anyway.
Right. Let's start with Monique this time. Monique, what'd you think about this round?
I'm going to give it to Dan again because the rat face was what everybody was thinking. And he just put it so concisely, you know? Everything's in there. Pedophile, rat face, restraining order. Boom, one sentence.
Nice. Very aroused.
Well played.
All right. Big brother motion to these two. What you think?
I think Dan, that's your name, right? Dan was better at this round.
Thanks, man.
Dan's jokes were better this round, and Dan won this round. But he lost the fashion war altogether.
To Dave?
No, Dave looks like he's got, at least has heard of style. You look like you closed your eyes and ran into a Target. You win, but you win. But you were funnier.
I'll take it.
Thank you, Mr. Leggero. All right, go ahead, Tony.
It is true. He's right. Dan looks like he might have to go pump gas in the Comedy Store lot at any moment. And David's dressed like an off-duty NBA referee.
Wait, do you really work at a pizza? Are you really 42? And you work in a pizza place? And comedy is your backup plan?
He was a DJ first in his... Word. Jesus.
That's coming from Haiti.
Right. It's a nation of losers.
Yeah.
That's watch out. Ricky Williams offset. Ricky Williams offset.
Wow.
You couldn't wait, huh, Wave? You couldn't wait for the fucking jokes? All right. Go ahead, Tom.
Wave's jumping tonight.
What pizza places do you guys work at?
Z Pizza.
Z Pizza?
Santa Monica and San Vicente.
Yeah.
With you working there, Z... I feel like Z Pizza is named after the letter grade it got from the health inspector. Hey, anybody else have a Z Pizza joke, you motherfuckers? Really judgy, aren't we, with our oohs and ahs?
I work at Pizza Nista. It's downtown.
Moses, where do you work? Roscoe's? Oh, wait. You're in charge of my future. Great job tonight.
No, it's fine. Chicken and waffle pizza's the shit.
He works at Jeff Roscoe's.
Look, come by on a Thursday. Come by.
You look like you were going to insult me. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say come by on a Thursday, depending how the next round goes. I'll hook you guys up. I don't know if Dan.
Oh, you can't do that.
You see Moshe all. I like how David pretends like he doesn't see Moshe every time he looks in the mirror.
Every time he looks in his goal mirror, yeah. Someday I'll
my
shave
vision
this mustache
board.
off, quit this pizza place, and just quit comedy altogether. See, I did right before that joke came out.
Oh, by the way, I love the fact that at some point David in that round said that there's a homeless lady that lives downtown named Dog Food. I found that to be amazing.
Local reference.
But yeah, Dan gets round 2.
All right, that's a clean sweep for Dan. Am I right?
That was Dan.
All right. We're going to the last round. We're fucking tied up!
Back to Dan, the Arturo Gatti of the roast battle. How many times have you battled? Do you count?
11 now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why we're able to consistently...
He's 7-4?
Yep, 7-4 now.
Damn, dude. He's already got 7 wins.
All right, so the reason why why we can put out roast battles, the episodes consistently, is because we have a good system. And a part of we had to fix it. We had to create it because this doesn't exist anywhere. And on that system is we rank the battles, and that's how they get on the show. Like we're not, there's 1s and 2s, and there's like a few 3s. And you got like 3 3s.
Rookie of the year too, right?
Yeah, Rookie of the Year, Joke of the Year.
Oh, this guy's a beast. Congratulations, man.
I'm not saying my couch makes winners,
Right.
but
No, Frank's like my customato kind of guy. Just let me in.
You do feel very inviting though.
Yeah, I'm a nice, normal guy. When people find out the heroin stuff about me, they're always like, really? You look like you fucking work for a software company. And I do now, but like...
I mean, we were probably white people. You look like a heroin addict. There's no look. I mean, maybe for fucking black people, there's a look to it, but there's definitely, for white people, you guys come in all shapes and sizes of heroin.
What's the worst act that you feel comfortable talking about? Like you did that you're kind of like, I was fucked up.
Oh, I just stealing money from my parents is like the thing that's like my biggest regret. Like that's what I feel like really disgusting about.
How much money?
Not a ton of money.
Well,
like
that's
literally
not that
probably like, I mean, it would be like $20 out of my mom's purse.
Oh,
once
that's
in a
not
while.
that.
But
That's
it's
not that
so
bad.
gross.
I mean, I get it, but it's $20.
Yeah, well, over.
yeah, but you're buying it for
fun. Spending
you
it on
didn't
heroin.
pawn her fucking wedding ring.
Yeah.
No. I had a friend who did that. He pawned his dad's fucking wedding ring.
See what I mean?
He's dead now.
Was he black?
What?
No, he's
the
white.
dad? Or?
He was a white. He OD'd or
Yeah. He's dead. He's my best friend. Died about a year ago. Actually, the first guy that ever shot me up with heroin died last week.
Oh,
no.
It's like a Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire story.
I just the other day, as a joke, I just texted him, "You good?"
Oh wow! Oh wow!
It said not delivered.
Yeah, this is our podcast. Funny, all the people that in my life who has died, I keep their phone, I keep their name. I can't delete it. That's
yeah, right.
I don't know. I can't. I just keep it in there.
Still got Angela Bowers in there. You guys don't know.
Yeah.
Great joke writer.
That I remember when that happened. I wasn't in the scene at all, but it was like the place that I worked. Someone had mentioned it to me. They're like, "Hey, did you hear about that kid?" And I was like, "Well, it was a story that spread everywhere."
Yeah, he would. I think we've said this before on this podcast. Me and Jamar were saying it, but that guy would be a fucking monster in the roast battle. I mean, like he would be everybody's favorite. He was like a young David Tell.
Oh,
it was like David Tell's like fucking. That was his favorite comic or whatever. He was but he was destined for great things, and he got killed in the car accident. But.
So you didn't. So you weren't a monster.
No, I wasn't that. I was only really.
Were you ever like violent?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I see where you're coming from. Frank, did you know that? Did you do that research, or you just like, oh, it's a good idea?
No, this is the first time I heard of it.
You did heroin?
Like, what? That's, I mean, I get it. It sounds like you were like maybe a slave to the tar, as opposed to just this terrible guy with all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
When did you first start?
I started with pills, like when I was like 21 years old. Yeah, OxyContin, and then I stopped for a little while, and I kind of got my life together. Like, it was bad when it was OxyContin, and then I stopped, and I would go back to drinking, and drinking's really bad for me too. And then it was just like this back and forth for years, but I kind of got my life together at one point. I was working in television, just making really good money, and it seemed like, I had a nice apartment in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I had my shit together, and then I got fired from Law and Order SVU for getting a DUI while I was working. I was like on the clock.
You were driving the corporate van?
Well, I was driving my car. They used to pay me $30 a day just to drive my own car for fucking Law and Order. So cool.
And you're drinking and driving.
Okay. Yeah. I went and stopped at a bar, and I had to go to my boss's house that night, and so I just didn't. They fucking towed my car. And I was in lockup for like 3 days.
Whoa.
You and Holding in jail have like a fucking relationship.
I think it's so incredible how far from grace white people can fall and still be on top of niggas and still be on top of black people. It never ceases to amaze me. Yeah. I know degenerates. I know that. I figured this out because I used to work in a white community in Clovis, and then there's like shit's gonna happen for white people as far as a grandma or grandpa's gonna die, leave you some money. And if you're gonna get a $10,000 boost, you're gonna sell your house that you bought in the '90s that's now, worth $100,000 more. It's just like shit that's just. So anybody that's listening, you should mimic white people as much as possible because good things will happen.
This is why. Because there's a lot of white people in the United States, right? So usually when they see a kid like Dan, they're like, oh, my son, that could be my son. When they see a black person, they're just like, I don't know how he got in here.
No, they're like, that guy could kill my son.
No,
yeah, exactly.
No, there's a... Dan Nolan, for the most part, has history. I'm just assuming, as the white person you represent, like, my grandpa couldn't sit in the front of the bus. Mm-hmm. His grandpa was probably college educated. They've just been making money longer, and it's been in the family longer, so they're able to get a little bit looser. And so if you want to stop getting your ass kicked out there, you might want to do some of the things that these people are doing, like going to school and marrying people. And
black people listen to this podcast, by the way. So.
Well, I'm working on it. I see I brought in a prison Oz expert. I can literally talk about your dope all day.
Right. We're going to the last round. We're fucking tied up! Anything to add, Ultimate Hater?
Oh, this looks like a reunion of Sandusky victims on stage. They were like, hey, do we have to leave?
I like it. All right. Tell them we're tied up. Who's going first?
Let's see here. Let's go Dan first.
Okay. Fuck yeah. All right. Whatever. It's the last round. Tit for tat again. Dan's up first. This is David. Let's roast.
David looks dirty, but at least his career is washed up.
Dan's teeth are so brown, he tried to melt them in a spoon and shoot them up.
David spent years as a comic trying to find his voice, and then he just took one from some lady. It's got a lady's voice.
Dan's been to jail, so heroin isn't the only thing black he's put inside his asshole.
Dave just got booked for a stand-up gig in Berlin, which makes sense if you've seen German porn. They like watching people eat shit.
They do.
Dan loves comedy clubs. Unless he's beating his girlfriend, then he likes golf clubs.
David Deery, Daniel Nolan. Great work, everybody. Let's start with Moshe Kasher.
Oh, this one's really gone back and forth. It's so cool. I definitely thought, Dave, you got the last round, and it's been fun. You were really good. Really, it was a really great battle all the way through. Great jokes. I think, like you know how you used to smoke heroin, and then you started shooting it because it was a better delivery system. Like I think you need to work on your delivery system a little bit. Like I think that was the only thing that was like the jokes are solid, but you need a needle, and I thought you have a little bit more of that.
That's one for David. Monique, what you got?
You know, they did go back and forth. I've got to give it to Dave this time, Dan, but I absolutely admire that you came out the gate clean and mean. You didn't go straight up dirty, clean and mean. The washed up career joke, clever.
What about the cum crust on his?
No. Yeah,
That was my
opener. Third round. First two, very dirty. Yeah.
Doesn't matter, Tone, because David won. What's your final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm giving it to Dave.
You know, the Black Wave was on point. I love him. You know, it was like Planet of the Rapes out there. Always good. Props to the nearsighted warrior over there, killing it all night long. Big Earl.
Thank you, Tony. I'm a big fan.
Oh shit. Thank you. Okay. The fuck. Yeah, you know, Dan, you know, you have to do what you did when you were a heroin addict and pick yourself up from the dirt and roll up your sleeves. And
they're already rolled up too.
I know.
They're already rolled
ready.
up.
Just want everybody to know I'm clean.
Easy access.
And your jokes are in that third round. Yeah, no, you got it. David Deery, right? What else? Fucking pizza.
Relapse.
Here's what I say. Here's my final ruling is this: is that it goes to overtime. They bring multiple pizzas tomorrow night. Best pizza wins. We all
Best
judge it.
pizza
Come back.
wins.
Free
We all
pizza
win.
tomorrow.
Yeah, that way we all win.
All right.
No.
Doesn't matter. Hey! He finally won. Make it loud for David Deery, everybody. Hug each other. Good shit. Oh!
Cook him up a hot dose.
Wow. Man.
Thank you, Comedy Store. Thank you, Moshe Kasher. Thank you, Monique Marbez. Golden Pony, I love you. Earl Skakel, Coach T, my old nigga Wade. We'll see you guys in July on Comedy Central. So when you shot up for the first time, what exactly went through your head? Like you're just and all right. So like what happened? Like what got you to the point where you're like, all right, I stopped doing oxys. I just lost my fucking job for a DUI, and then you're like, I'm just gonna do this or whatever. You're just like you're down in the dumps. What happened?
That was after I got out of jail that I started shooting it. And what happened was I met a girl in jail, like a really hot chick. She was also in jail too.
DUI?
No, she was there for like armed robbery. But she was like she was accessory.
You wouldn't let someone else.
Fuck it. We're staying.
That's fucking hot.
You met her in jail?
You met a tranny in jail? This is
No, she's a beautiful
Oh,
lady. She's so hot, and I mean she's been out for a little while now, so she's probably gross again. But like,
Did you hit her up?
So she was jail hot.
Yeah, she was like regular hot. She's like she's got like my kind of chick. She's got like tattoos and big tits. And she was a stripper.
Oh my god! I mean, except for the stripping part, but yeah, everything else.
man, I'm into
tits,
stripping
Big
too.
fake tits, beautiful. So
Wait, all right. So you're in jail because of the DUI, right? You're there for 3 days, you said, and then this.
This was when I was there for 6 months.
Oh, so what happened? What happened? How'd you get there?
I was working on that other movie where I was buying the heroin, and I kept getting stopped because I was buying the heroin, and they knew that I was buying heroin, but I never got caught with heroin, but I got caught 3 times driving with a revoked license. So while I was on probation for the DUI, so they sentenced me to 9 months. I did 6.
Okay. So you're in jail. So this is a co-ed jail?
It is. The only part of it that's co-ed is the medical pavilion where like you go when they do your physicals and stuff. So that was where I met her.
Okay.
Yeah, and me and one other guy ran what we called the mail, where we would pass notes to the girls' dorms through the lunch trays.
Okay.
And we'd wrap them in saran wrap and stick them under the bread. We knew which tray was going to go to the lunch trustees in the female dorms, so they would always get the notes, and then they would pass them out and probably charge the girls, and we would charge the guys. There's a soup to send it and a soup to receive it. 1 pack of ramen noodle soups, which is 75 cents on commissary.
Captivating.
Currency.
What the fuck?
Pay attention, economy.
You gotta come to my job, man. All right, so you met this tranny in jail.
How big was it there?
Oh, it's so nice. But, so anyway, so she got out a little bit after me, and she shot it, and I hadn't shot it, and I wasn't going to shoot it, and she left her needles in my car, and then we also broke up, and I still had her needles. And,
did you return them?
No.
You break up, you fucking give her.
You had her dirty stripper needles.
Are you from jail?
No, they're clean needles.
Oh, like you took them out
the
package?
A 10-pack of freshies.
A 10-pack of freshies.
That's what we called them.
Freshies. Okay, and then you were like, you did this all on your own?
No, I went to the guy that I used to do heroin with a lot, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna start shooting it. And I was like, I need you to shoot me up because I don't know how to do it and I don't want to do it wrong, but I'm doing it. And that's like a big thing, and everybody goes through it. When you make the move to shooting it, like that's like everybody's like, no, don't shoot it, bro, blah blah blah. Except one friend of mine was like, why don't you fucking shoot it? You're a fucking idiot. And he's dead. That's the other guy that's dead.
Damn. I had this girl, she called it slamming. I had an ex-girlfriend. She's like, I don't slam this shit. I'm cool.
Yeah, slamming it, fucking,
popping it. So did you do it between the toes and the eyes?
No, I just went right for the arm. I had
nice, old school.
I had like a nice, I would do like this part at the right of the...
No tracks.
I know your arms look amazing.
Yeah. Well, I still had track marks when I started stand-up, and then they went away. I think there's a little scarring that you can't really see anymore. But yeah, this got gross, and then I found some like uptown real estate on the fucking top of my arm.
Talking about his arm, yes.
Yeah. There's like another nice fucking vein up there that I started doing. That never let me down.
Ooh. Fuck yeah.
You're not gonna relapse after this episode.
Run every time.
Oh, baby.
Jesus.
That was the Barry Bonds.
We're going to have to do a whole entire mixtape with this motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what? That actually...
Sexual.
That's great. So I got to know, did you bend the spoon or was it already bent or?
No, you got to bend it just so that the water doesn't drip out. When you put the powder down first, then you spray the water into it. And if it's not bent, like it's like you have to hold it like a ladle. Otherwise, it's easier to spill it.
Jeez.
Straight up. All right. And then Leah Kayajanian. She calls you out, right?
Yeah, Leah asked me. That was a surprise. I didn't think it was. I mean, that was after I beat Pat Barker, but I was still like, who's gonna fuck with me? I don't consider myself in league. I beat Pat, but he's still better than me. I would say it.
Any given Tuesday, baby.
Fuck yeah, let's meet these battlers, man. Oh, by the way, we're missing a judge, so you guys are the third judge tonight. So fucking get it right, audience. All right, first lady I'm bringing to the stage. She's a veteran here, man, and one of the most feared competitors here at the Roast Battle from Oklahoma. Make it loud for Leah Kayajanian, everybody.
Then you had Leah, who is an incredible fucking writer.
And a great roast battle. She's really technically savvy.
Yeah,
as far as this sport is concerned.
Hi, Josh. Everybody, get your kids vaccinated. That is a fucking good job. Leah, we have to talk about it because people some don't know. But the reason Coach plays that Foo Fighters is because
I have a Foo Fighters tattoo on my back. Tramp stamp.
There it is.
2 Fs.
I don't believe you.
I don't know what to do for you then if you don't believe me. Why would I make that up?
All right. Anyway, you're battling Dan Nolan, a surviving heroin addict.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to make him relapse tonight?
Yeah. Well, Dan's a great writer, and I like to work with the homeless.
God damn it, I love you. All right. Let's meet this kid from School Ties. From New York. He's in AA. Dan Nolan.
Vision, dreams of passion. And all the while I think of you. A very strange reaction. The more I see, the more I do.
That was outstanding white dancing. But
Moses.
Yo.
He looks like a zookeeper about to clean out the parrot cage.
He does look like that. Can we make it up for Coach T again? The fastest man with 2 hands? Holy shit. How do you do it, Coach? But those are white lines, not heroin tracks. It's a different track. It's a different one. How are you?
Fantastic.
When's the last time you touched a needle?
It's been almost 16 months next week.
Guys.
Thank you. Thanks. right.
That may change tonight.
Yeah.
Moses.
Yes.
I just want to put the offer on the table. As a diabetic, I've got plenty of clean needles. So you let me know, man, and we will hook this shit up tonight.
Yeah, baby. All right, Daniel.
Yes, sir.
Leah Kayajanian.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited, man.
Why'd you say yes to this thing?
I don't know. Just anything I can do to raise awareness of the Armenian genocide is. It's community service. Good for my parole.
Yeah, he means to murder them. Murder more Armenians.
How many times have you battled?
10.
10?
Yeah.
How have you done?
Good. I'm 6-3.
She's a fucking killer, man.
I know.
You're gonna have to
I know.
6-3 would mean you've battled 9 times.
Well, this is 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Leah, you're in your fighting stance. I feel it.
That's my fighting?
Yeah.
I always stand.
She's always ready to fight. All right, let's do the rules. First rule of roast battle is no physical contact, but you guys don't fucking fight anybody. It doesn't matter. Second rule, original material only. You guys have both done this before. Nobody's worried about that. Last rule, at the end of every battle, we hug each other. Round 1 is tit for tat. 3 jokes. Who wants to go first? Ladies first. You're a gentleman, Leah. Good job. All right, are we ready for this? This is going to be fun. Leah, Dan, let's roast.
You look like if Bart Simpson aged in real time.
Coach D. Leah's got small tits, but some people assume they're fake as soon as they see her penis.
Dan, maybe you should go back to prison so someone else can pick out your clothes.
Leah doesn't get much work as a headliner, but at least her nose is a very prominent feature.
Wow, another nose joke. That premise was lazier than your stupid eye.
Leah plays women's basketball. The only way she'd do heroin is if she was allowed to shoot it granny style.
Hey, keep it going. Round 1. That was great.
Back to Dan and his shit. Fuck, Dan. I have 2 recurring thoughts in my head. It's one is creating music and what I need to do, and the other one is what can I say to these kids who are struggling. And the kids are, without addiction, I don't want to say they're fine, but they're at least on the way to being fine. And I'm like, it's like staring at one of those. It's like staring at a puzzle, and I just don't know where to put the pieces. Can you give any insight on overcoming addiction?
I mean, the only thing that got me out of it was that
you guys are going to have to tune in next week to get Dan's response to that question. There's so much good Dan Nolan podcast that we had to go in 2 parts. So continue to support us and, hear the rest of this next week.